What's going on, YouTube? Three Sons RC coming at you, and we got the wizard, the master, Mitch Looper in the house. What's going on, Mitch?
Hi, guys.
Hey, this is Mitch Looper from M2C Racing. We're hanging out with him today with the new vehicle that Arma put out with the Outcast 8S, and we're messing with the EXB, putting a lot of parts in there, and we just want to talk to Mitch today. So it's going to be a little bit of an interview. So if you like this kind of stuff, bashing, family-friendly content, you like RC stuff, just like, comment, subscribe at M3 Sons RC. Appreciate y'all. But hey, we got Mitch here from M2C Racing. I got a couple questions lined up, and we're just going to ask a couple quick questions to kind of see what goes on in the mind of someone who's just been in the industry for a super long time, contributes and listens to really what's going on in the industry, and really is kind of innovative and just on a lot of fronts, makes our lives as bashers just a lot more interesting and a lot more wild. Okay, so basically, first question, Mitch, if you don't mind, is what got you into the hobby, and what was your first RC?
Okay, well, my first RC was a T-Max.
Nice.
From Traxxas, of course.
Hey,
like
no worries.
Most people.
Yeah.
And a customer came to me one time and asked me to start making parts for the T-Maxes.
Oh, wow.
And that's how we got into the RC car market.
Nice. And nice first start, by the way. Great vehicle. So next question is, what is M2C's vision as a company to support the RC community? What's your vision?
Well, our vision is to make parts, that help guys take the car home and have nothing more wrong with it than a dead battery.
Nice.
That's our goal.
Just make Arma tough.
And make it Arma tough.
Arma
and
tough.
M2C tough.
M2C tough, right? Cool. So talk to me about how and why M2C decides to make certain decisions on materials and parts to produce. What's your design philosophy? You use a lot of 70-75. Others are using different materials and stuff.
We most of the time will use 70-75 materials.
Right.
Because over the years we have found that 60-61 material just will not hold up to the rigors of bashing a car.
Right.
And the 70-75 is about as good and economical as you can get.
Right, and there's a lot of aftermarket guys out there doing some stuff, a lot of cool companies doing some cool things, but talk to me about how does M2C Racing stay in touch with the RC community?
Well, we're pretty oriented on keeping an eye on the websites,
right,
and talking to our drivers and our testers about what's going on with different vehicles.
You have some guys that send it for you, don't you?
The guys that send it for us, and also the regular community. We give a lot of feedback from those guys about what they want to see,
right,
and what we can improve on.
You got the Facebook website on there. You have your own website, how-tos and kind of stuff like that. So obviously you're keeping in touch, and what I love about your products, you're not afraid to admit, hey, let's come out with a version 2 of this. Like for example, you had the crate and shock towers in the rear. You redid that. It was a great shock tower ready, but you heard what the community was saying and you increased it and improved it, just like Arma does, just like all these companies do, right? So props to you on that. So kind of with the design phase and testing phase being critical to your work, talk to me about how accurate these machines are and how they can help you do what you need to do. Because we got these machines over here, a bunch of CNC machines in this place. Some technology is just insane that you guys are doing. But talk to me about how accurate they are and how they help you do what you do.
Well, all CNC machines now are accurate with ball screws to within about 0.2 of a thousandths or 200 millionths of a thousandths.
Wow. So what does that mean to a layman? Like splitting hairs, like how thick is that? Like how accurate is that?
Well, if you take a hair out of your head,
right, and
you could stand it up sideways and split it 10 times sideways,
right,
that's about the tolerances that these machines will hold.
So 1/10 of one hair on your head, that's how accurate these things are.
That's correct.
That's why when we pulled out today and we put in the engine mount onto the new Outcast 8S, we put that puppy in there and we literally bolted that onto the power module in the middle, and it just slid right in there just like it was a piece of stock.
That's correct.
That is awesome. That's crazy to hear how accurate. 1/10 of one piece of hair. That's nuts. You know, there's a lot of different parts from a lot of different companies. And what strengths do you see, you know, from those, you know, from different companies that are out there making stuff? So, like, you know, you got Arma, you got Traxxas, you got, you know, all the different manufacturers. Talk to me about, like, your partnership with them and what they're doing well and how you work with them.
Well, most companies out there are out for a profit, just like everybody else.
Right.
But it seems like that Arma is more or less stepping up their game.
Okay.
Yeah, their prices have to go up a little bit when you increase the quality.
Right.
But Arma is, you know, taking that into consideration with their community and building the best possible products for the most reasonable price.
Right.
And not many companies out there do that.
No, for sure. I mean, you look at a strong example of that would be the EXB, right? It's a roller. It comes with no electronics in there. A lot of guys out there already have the electronics. They're asking for upgraded parts. They're wanting aftermarket parts, you know, and this thing comes stock full of a lot of 70, 75 improvements, a lot more bashable out the box. So props to Arma for listening to the community. Props to Arma for coming out with this awesome truck and the Outcast 8S, which has a lot of improvements. It's not just a shorter version of the Creighton. There's a lot of great things that went into that truck. So check out other videos on that we break it down, and also the Creighton EXB too. There's another video on that on Three Sons RC. But also, Mitch, kind of in closing, you know, let me ask you this. What drives Mitch Looper and M2C every day? Like, what, you know, because I must say, like, every time I talk to you at the shop, Saturdays and Sundays, you know, you're getting out of here late, you know, and you honestly don't have to put in the type of hours you do, but why does Mitch do the crazy things? And why do people call you the wizard? How do you put out these crazy parts? I know that's like a 6-part question, but talk to me about what makes Mitch Looper and M2C every day. What do you guys do? What drives you guys?
I just love to design parts. I mean, this is not really a calling, I guess you'd say. I retired 15 years ago, and I didn't like retirement. So I decided to go back to work and just piddle with RC cars. But
nice.
Being in the design phase of it and being able to help improve the quality of parts that are out there is just so much fun. And we get to play with all these cool toys.
Yeah.
Process. So it's just something for my hobby is my life. And I just love to do it.
That is awesome. How cool is that? Hey, Mitch Looper, the wizard, the man behind the machine. I mean, I've seen this guy sit down on his computer with his huge monitor over there, just designing some cool stuff. These CNC machines, this shop is just super impressive. He's got a whole team of guys over here that obviously are not here late on a Saturday. They're off with their families, but Mitch is here working, hanging out with me, doing videos, putting together some vehicles. Just the dedication level of M2C Racing, and obviously Mitch at the helm of it. Just props to you. Thank you so much for what you guys bring to the community. You know, just basically making these vehicles as close to bulletproof. You know, Arma tough, right? Nothing's bulletproof, but, you know, M2C there to kind of get things almost to that bulletproof point, right? So where, you know, if things are breaking, it's usually because we're messing up. It's probably we need to own it. So thanks, Mitch, for the time. Do you have something else, Mitch?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really want to thank my test team.
Okay.
Especially Eric and Rich Duperbash and Eric RC Dude 81.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have been instrumental in the development of a bunch of these parts.
Yeah.
And they give us honest to God feedback on what we need to do, and we went back and forth with them 2 or 3 times on parts so that we can get them right for you guys. So I really want to give a big shout out to those guys and the rest of our test team.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be here doing the crazy things you're doing if you didn't have a Richard Duperbash or an RC Dude 81 just sending it like crazy. These guys just do nutty things. I never thought when I got back into the hobby recently that I'd be watching on YouTube. These guys send it 200 feet doing quadruple backflips, stalls, front to back flips. The things these guys do today with an RC is nuts. I got into the industry, you know, so long ago when I was a kid, and I had a Tamiya Grasshopper, and I remember if you took that thing off a picnic bench the wrong way, it would break. Now these guys are sending it 200 feet and they're not breaking. Now they do break sometimes eventually. There's a failing point of anything. But man, what these guys are doing and what M2C supports out there. So props to Mitch, props to the team out here at M2C Racing. Check out their website. A lot of cool stuff up on there. You know, also check out Three Sons RC if you don't mind. We're on YouTube. We got a lot of how-tos over on M2C's website also. A lot of stuff's going to be popping up there. So thank you so much for the opportunity to sit down with Mitch. I appreciate that, Mitch. Props to you. Awesome stuff that you guys produce. M2C Racing. Check out their stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Three Sons RC on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Peace out, y'all. Yeah!